Hi guys, it's Katy here and we're starting another episode of Couch Talks. Today, a person on my couch would be a lady who studied law, but who is also very much into science projects. Right now, she's helping children to understand science, to understand what they can do with different things, how they can do it, and maybe inspire some of them to become scientists in the future. So as you see, I have next to me, let me just check this once again, Eleftheria Koufogeorgu.
Very good.
Who was so kind to get my invite on the Couch Talks today. First of all, I have to tell you that when I met you, you were presented to me as a science lawyer. So my imagination went on and on with the idea, oh my God, it's like power plants, going to the space, innovation of computers and things like this. And then the person was like, no, she's very much into the science. And she's doing this amazing project with science, but she also is kind of lawyer, working with law. LuxKidsLab, that's something we've created. And for most people, it's, when I hear it's, oh yeah, birthday parties for kids with some science. But I know that it's not everything.
You are right. LuxKidsLab was created very recently. Mm-hmm. It was an idea that came to my mind when I saw my daughter playing with dolls. Mm-hmm. But I also noticed that she was interested in a lot of other things as well. So sometimes she would just let her toys and she would go to explore the kitchen drawers. She would try to play with the tools of my husband. So I thought that children should be given other opportunities apart from playing with the standard normal toys. To explore, because they are born curious. Mm-hmm. And for me, they are born natural scientists, if we can say something like this. I talked about it to a friend of mine. Actually, she's my co-founder. We are two people that created LuxKidsLab, which is currently an ASBL. And she immediately agreed with me. She has also small children. And she said, Elfi, we should do something because it seems there is nothing right now in Luxembourg for small kids. And this started also because of a personal situation. Although I was one of the best at class in physics, in algebra, mathematics, I didn't study these fields. I was advised by family that if I would study law, I would have better career chances in the future.
Okay.
So I studied law.
So you are a lawyer, or you work with
law? My studies are in law. I work in contracting, in procurement. Okay. So it is a lot of legal documents, yes. And when I arrived in Luxembourg, I also did my master's in business administration. But the passion for science never went away. So now it's living the dream because together with the children we can explore, we observe, we have fun, we experiment, and actually every day I notice what I always have in mind, that the kids are ready to learn, but they learn not when they are pushed or when someone tells them you have to learn this. They learn when they explore and they try themselves.
I think it's not only kids, I think it's also grown-ups and...
Yes,
I'm thinking that, okay, it's LuxKidsLab, but can I have LuxKidsLab for my birthday as well?
So we say it's birthday parties, it's not only this, it is science shows for bigger audiences. We can even entertain your guests or the children of your guests and provide science workshops. But we will do more in the future. We will travel for science. So we will organize family trips.
That's something new, that's
great. Yes, it's something very new that we are right now planning. So we will organize trips, day trips, to places that are interesting for children to explore. And with this way we will bring families together, children together, so the community will grow. and at the same time a learning process through fun activities. So it could be a day trip to a science center that is not in Luxembourg. It could be, for example, in Germany, and it could be a possibility to have a picnic outside, to do science workshops there the same day, to explore the different stations, but all in a fun, empowering way with a lot of different families being involved.
That sounds
so it's a
amazing.
different type of traveling, yes.
Okay.
It will be also educational visits. We have started this already. So we bring kids closer to professionals at their real working place. If children are exposed from a young age to the environment, to see where a person is working, if it is quiet or noisy, if there is a lot of people or not, it will be easier in the future to choose the career, because as you grow, you will need to have the possibility to explore your talents.
Yeah.
And sometimes you don't know what you like, or you like a lot of things. So by participating in this kind of activity, you see more, and then you learn more about yourself and about the others. And we hope that this will help also the choice of the profession in the future. LuxKidsLab offers an environment which is safe for children to explore. They can try different things, they can experiment, they can fail. Because for us it is not a failure, it is an opportunity to understand the reasons behind it and try other things, try another way.
Yeah.
So it's a new beginning, basically. Doing experiments or doing a lot of things around this field of science and technology doesn't make you a scientist, or maybe you will not want to be a scientist, and it's absolutely fine. But it will give you some skills, cognitive skills, that you can use in every aspect of your life.
LuxKidsLab, as the idea started when?
1.5 years ago.
1.5 years ago. So it's relatively fresh idea, and
Yes.
it's still growing, still expanding. But you've already went through a process.
Yes.
And what are the challenges for a startup? In any field, I would say, but especially for you.
Thank you for
What was
this
that?
question. First of all, I want to clarify that I was never a business owner before.
Okay.
I don't come from an entrepreneurial family, but I had the microbe, I think, because when I was 7 years old, I started selling extra rubbers and pencils I had in my stock to my classmates. Asking for 1 drachma, the old currency.
The business mind was there.
Yes, although I was stopped one day from my parents saying, "Oh, this is not correct what you're doing." But I think I had the microbe, so I was always reading about startups, about entrepreneurship. So I just googled startup incubators in Luxembourg, and the first that came up was Nuco. And then I went to the website of Nuco and I submitted the project idea. We actually went through a little competition for one of the acceleration programs they have, yes, the 1, 2, 3 Go Social, now it's called Impulse.
Yeah.
So basically you go in front of a committee, it's like pitching your idea, your project. Even though it's an idea at that moment, it has to be a little bit concrete, because there are a lot of questions that the committee is asking. So it's challenging. Somehow I told my co-founder that our pitch has to be very unique. And we need to add a little something that will show the real nature of our project. So we did a little experiment. I mean, it was something very fast during the pitching.
Do you have your tools? Maybe we can do the experiment now.
We cannot do that. Actually, yes, it was not so much an experiment, but can I say what we did?
Yes, please.
We started with holding 2 balloons. One was filled with normal air, let's say the one you blow, and the other one was filled with helium, so it could go higher. So when we started pitching, we said to the committee, this balloon goes up, this one goes down. Of course, you know why, but children don't.
Yeah.
So we want to give them an opportunity to understand why.
The pitching part was actually the most difficult part of
At the
business.
time, yes, the pitching part, because we never did it before, so it was literally the first time. We didn't receive any coaching how to pitch, so we did it on our own for the first time. And we did apparently well because we were accepted to the program, to the acceleration program.
Great.
And at the end of the whole process, there would be another competition for the business plans that would get a certain grade and above, to participate to another contest and win a monetary prize. We did that as well, and we got the third place.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
That's amazing. What drives you? What drives this happiness?
I think it's also, yes, some personal aspects, some personality traits, we can call them like this. And my strong one is that I want to explore the world as much as possible, and I want to live life in fullest. And I don't want to have a label that I'm shy, and that stops me from doing things. So it's actually. I want to empower my children to know that no matter what people might say about them, it is them that they will decide how they will react to it, and it is them first that they will find the inner strength. They might need support through the way, absolutely, but nobody can predefine our life or our fate. We are responsible, and we can change things that we don't like.
Thank you very much for all this. I think we covered quite a lot.
Yes.
From starting from your business, your being from student of the law, graduate of the law, graduate of an MBA, a third place in innovation, 1, 2, 3 Go Social as it was called. Right now it is
Impulse.
Impulse, okay. And right now, to really, I have to say, really powerful woman who sits there, who's able to help us out with empowering our children. Thank you very much for your conversation.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you again for being here, and I look forward for hearing more about LuxKidsLab.
Thank you, Katy, and I look forward to see you shine.
Thank you. The photo. Cuckoo. Okay. Your full name, Elfi
Eleftheria Koufogeorgu.
Eleftheria Koufogeorgo.
Very good.
Eleftheria.
You will say it in Greek. I mean, in this. Okay.
Koufogeorgo. Eleftheria
Koufogeorgu.
Oh my
You can say Koufogeorgu. Yeah, it's gonna be fantastic.
That's the beginning. The beginning is the worst, and it goes.